Hey Assassins, I thought I'd have a little bit of fun on this video today. We're going to react to one of my first ever videos on Assassin's Creed Rebellion. Now we've been doing this a long time. We've been doing it nearly 18 months. I know, time flies. And one of my subscribers basically said he had a load of my old videos pop up through his feed. He's binge watched some of them and we thought it'd be quite funny to react to some of the old videos. Well, this old video. My first ever video for Assassin's Creed Rebellion was a massive DNA cube opening because I was a Marvel Contest of Champions player as well, and like them videos for crystal openings do absolutely amazing. So I thought, well, maybe I'll try one on Assassin's Creed Rebellion. Didn't go too well because I didn't realise that they were just uninteresting. The fact that you can farm heroes is just ridiculously so. Opening cubes ain't that exciting. But as you can see, we started off with a little bit of Pokemon, Fortnite, Apex Legends opening, and you can see that, I mean, I did two in one day here, but there was very big gaps between them because I was trying to do Twitch at the same time. It didn't work. And then I fell in love with Assassin's Creed Rebellion, and that was all she wrote. So, my second ever video was the beginner's tips as a beginner. I've changed that. It was beginner tips. But I changed the title because obviously, like, yeah, this is terrible. So it's now beginner's tips as a beginner because I wasn't really that experienced to the game. And I put the date. So yeah, this was published on the 16th of April 2019. It's had 60 likes, 4 dislikes. You know you've made it on YouTube when you get a couple of dislikes. And I've got literally one comment on it. As you can see just by looking at it, the setup to what it is now is absolutely shocking. I'm facing the opposite way to where I am now. So the wall I'm facing now is the wall in the background now. We've got the door still just leaning up against the wall. There's a wall there as well that we've knocked down. Really old wallpaper. I think that's some architrave standing up in the background as well. And yeah, I recorded this on a Mac. My dad passed away in January 2017, and my mum gave me his laptop. So I started recording videos off of that. So I think I'm using the camera off of that, so it looks a little bit blurry. I've got my old mic that I was using. I don't know why I've got earphones on. I generally do not know why I've got earphones on for this video. So we thought it'd be quite funny to go back and watch it, and let's just see how good this video was for people to watch. So right, let me go into full screen. Right, I'll obviously pause this. It's only 11 minutes, but we'll go through it as quickly as we can. Right, you ready? Let's go.
Hello, my name's Charlie B. Welcome to another video on Assassin's Creed Rebellion, where I'll be going through a couple of the do's and
Right, as you can see, I've already put at the top there suggested beginners tips, my new video, just in case anybody happens to click on this. They can actually go to hopefully the new beginners one where it's a little bit more professional. I sounded so sweet and innocent, just so nervous. This was obviously my fifth video on the channel. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Very softly spoken. It's just shocking. Let's just carry on. I wonder if there is actually any good points I make in this video. As you can see, though, I'm at level 39. So I was max level, but that was obviously the old level cap.
don'ts for beginners within the game. So first of all, I like to talk about your daily challenges.
Oh, we're getting serious. Daily challenges. Let's see what the daily challenges have in store for us.
This is a very good way of earning resources, XP, and extra intel. It will literally take you 10 minutes, if that. You can do most of these overnight. So if I open up the objective list, there you go. So you've got level up a hero in the training room. If you're going for
I mean, these haven't changed much, to be fair to you. I'm not wrong. It is a very good way, for beginners. Obviously now, with the level 50, you don't really want to hit that if your roster isn't big enough because you just get creamed in the Helix Rift events. Obviously, the game has changed so much since I did this video. But so far, that wasn't a bad tip.
level up, you can do that overnight. Or sometimes I tend to keep a hero quite low down, so I can just add one level on him every day, or them every day, and it's done.
See, corrected myself. There are actually women in this game.
Within seconds. You've got like complete research of codex from the library. they're very simple. You can have these all going overnight. When you first start the game, you won't have this one, the alchemist one, or the supply room one, because you haven't got them rooms available to you. So at the very beginning of the game, the daily challenges are even easier, and I'm now max level, and
So proud of myself. Look at me bragging. I'm max level. But yeah, that is right. You'll probably notice more and more if you go through the game that obviously more daily objectives get added on for the bigger that you get. So when you do start the game, initially you won't have the librarian, the alchemy, and the supply run because you've not got access to them rooms. So yeah,
it's still very easy. It is literally take me 5 minutes. Like if I can just sit there and do it without any interruptions, 5 minutes, I'm done all the daily challenges. It helps you level up faster. It gives you some good rewards, and it's just easy to do. You know, why not free rewards just for doing simple in-game things? It's so simple.
I can't believe how softly spoken I am. Yeah, I mean, back then when I did this video, that wasn't really bad advice. Like getting to level 39 of Helix Rift events worked very differently then. Sorry, you just had 1 to 6, I think it was, or 1 to 5, and they just progressively got harder. So the higher level you were, the further you could go through it. There was different tiers at the time and things like that. So that wasn't bad advice.
Also, just a little tip I would give you is with your intel, make sure you've claimed your max intel before you claim these rewards, because then it'll all go into overflow, and because I'm subscribed I get 31 extra intel. So you add that up over a week, that's a hell of a lot of intel, you know.
Yeah, I think that's changed now. I think you only get 30 because I'm sure I only go to 250, but I've got 251 there. So it will change without me knowing. I mean, looking at this, I'm just like, how have I got subscribers? I just
2 days 62,
got no idea.
3 days 93. You know what I mean? And that's so many missions that you can get done.
I obviously worked that out straight away. Like I didn't have that wrote down on a bit of paper. I think you can see that my eyes occasionally look down because I'm looking at notes that I made.
You get extra rewards without actually spending your intel. So just a little tip there, just don't claim them as you go, save them all up, wait until you've got your intel full, and then boom, just claim them all, get your extra intel, and then you can go off and do a few missions that ain't going to really technically cost you any intel. Right, the next thing I want to talk about is cubes. The in-game currency in this, there's not really too much to use it for.
That is still true.
I will tell you how you can use it in the events, but for me, you know, when you're beginning, you kind of want to expand that roster. You want to get as many heroes as you can get in, and for me, that's probably the best way to do it. So if you go to the shop, you've got your free cube. Make sure you claim this as often as you can. Very good cube for something that's free. You can get a little bit of in-game currency. You can get some materials. You can get some heroes.
Well, I am generally actually talking about the free cube there, even though I've already claimed it. That says free there, but that says free there, but I'm generally not talking about that cube. I am talking about that.
Hero shards. It's very much worth it. Out of all the games I've played, for a free cube, this is probably up there with one of the better ones.
It still is, to be fair to you.
4 hours. It's pretty easy, so just do that. Right, your DNA cubes. You can't see how much these are at the minute, but they're 200 of the in-game currency. So 200 helium fragments.
It still is.
Helix fragments. Sorry, you can. For me, that's probably
I thought it froze then.
Possibly spend your fragments at. That's my personal opinion. There's not much else in this game unless you want to rush certain buildings, like certain researches or things like that.
I mean, for beginners, the Helix Rift events aren't the best. This probably isn't bad advice, to be fair to you. Yeah, using Rift energy, you're probably at a low level that you're not scoring that high. You probably can't really push that far into the Helix Rift event anyway. So rather than kind of go for fragments of heroes that come around once or twice a month, I mean once or twice every 2-3 months, you might as well, I still agree, probably go with these cubes here, the DNA cubes. I think that's probably the easiest way to kind of grow your roster. The other cubes aren't too bad. I don't know if I mentioned them. Let's see what I say.
It's just not worth it. Like, if you're training someone, you want to rush it through, you can use obviously your credits to skip that. For me, it's just about expanding your roster. If I click on that, the reason it's saying free is because you get these DNA cube tokens.
Still do. I've got
15
millions of them.
tokens equals one crystal. Oh, or one cube, sorry.
That's the Marvel
So
Contest
I've
of
got
Champions coming out in me.
361. I'm holding these at the minute. I've got a lot of characters. I'm probably going to...
Right, don't hold them. That was probably the worst bit of advice I gave there. You want to open these as quickly as you can, because I think I've said that in my new video for the 2021, because you just want to grow your roster. Keeping hold of them, like, you could be so close to, say, for example, 3-star in Flora, but you're holding on to these cubes and that stops you from doing it. So yeah, don't hoard your cubes, whatever I say, ignore that.
Opening possibly later today to see if I can get a couple of more star levels on some of the heroes that will be used in the next event. It just makes them a little bit stronger. But for people who are beginning the game, please don't hold these.
Oh, there you go. I did say it. There you go. I did say it.
So
well done, Tony.
Good chances.
Well done, Charlie B.
And legendaries out of these. The drop rate is very good. You will not get common across the board. The very last pull is guaranteed either an epic or a legendary. So you will start earning shards towards them top characters. So please don't hold these. Open them as soon as you get them, and just try and progress your roster as quickly as you can. That's my main. That's probably my...
Oh, there you go. See, I beat myself to the punch. Well done.
Now let's go into the events.
But I didn't mention the other cubes. They're not worth buying.
In this game, you can see there's 2 events, basically. You have a little 1 hour boost from Monday to Thursday at 10 p.m.
That's now 8 hours twice a day.
PM. They're all right sometimes. If they do loot, they do extra loot on one day, they do extra codexes on another day. Yeah,
that was so tough logging in for that 1 hour, making sure the amount of times. The good thing was if you'd logged in, for example, at 10:55, it gave you an hour from when you logged in. But if you did, it's such a small window to miss. If you just weren't thinking, bang, you've missed it. Like now, you get 8 hour window. You never miss it. As long as you log into the game at least once a day, you'll always get them now.
You want to get your codexes and you want to grind the game. Obviously, if you're within that hour, good. You get an extra 20%, 25% extra. Always nice to have a little bit extra, but they are only an hour long. Sometimes it is hard to just literally get into the game at that exact time. But if you've got some spare time, I do highly recommend doing it. Right, the other ones are the Animus challenges. Some of these last for 4 days, some of these last for 3. And some of these are done in a 5-part or a 3-part.
This was there you go, look at this. Right, so how old is this? Now, this is just, yeah, it's so much better now. There was one of these Animus challenges they actually took out, which I'm so glad of. And one of it, I think, was to craft something like T3 or T4 gear, X amount of T4 gear over a certain amount of days. I think it was like 4 pieces of T4 gear or 5 pieces of T4 gear. It was shocking. It was such a bad challenge, and I'm so glad they got rid of it.
Part challenge. With most of the 3-part challenge ones, you will always get 200 fragments for completing it with basically a free cube. The rewards underneath, I think, vary occasionally, but not much. They're usually the same standard rewards. You can get another challenge, for example, where there are 5 tiers, and with the 5 tiers they usually offer you character shards, usually legendary or epic, one of the 2.
It's got to be epic. I don't think it was legendary.
Just go as far as you can go. I mean, this one is a bit annoying. I will get it done. I've got 2 days to do.
I mean, everyone's probably thinking, oh, I wish we had that now. But back then, we didn't even have a logging calendar. So the fact that I think now this month is Musa, that's a Helix Rift hero. That's not a bad logging calendar. That's well decent. And Yeah, I can't remember where. I'm sure it was epic. I'm sure they wouldn't give out legendaries. I'm sure.
2 hours and 10 hours to do it. I can do it. It's not an
Can
issue.
you imagine if I
I
was
will
wearing the
get it
same
done.
jumper?
But you know, there are some that I don't even bother with. I think there's one for crafting 4
There you go.
tier 4 items and above. I ain't wasting the time and the resources on getting all them together and getting them done.
I actually sent this video off to the Facebook ACR page, and I think it was Bramble at the time. Like, yeah, just I think that was how she invited me into a Discord server, which was the unofficial Assassin's Creed Discord server. So it was quite funny. It was yeah, and she was like, all ones are worth doing, and I was like, no. But here you go. See, I've not watched this video for ages. I probably could have saved a little bit of time if I had, because I'm cutting in myself, and then all of a sudden I pull it out of the bag and explain what I've already explained.
So I just ignore that one. I don't even bother even doing one of them. So just do what you can. That's the beauty of this game. It's your game. You're not in alliance with anyone. Part of me hopes they don't bring that in. You can go at your own speed. So do what you want. If
See, part of me would like that in the game now, to be honest with you, in a co-op way, not too hardcore. But at the time, obviously, I hadn't long quit playing Marvel Contest of Champions. I still log in occasionally now, but I used to like not go to bed because I had a path to clear. Like, that was one thing I did love about this game, and I still do. If I just log in and do my daily challenges for a day, I'm not hurting anybody. It's just, yeah, I just miss out on collecting a couple of coins and things like that. I'm not holding people up. I've not got people messaging me online apps saying, can you move? Can you log in? Can you do this? So yeah, that is one thing I would say about this game, is it's just so, like, yeah, go at your own pace.
if you only want to get the first challenges for a couple of free codexes, just do it. You know, there's no pressure on you to do what you want in this game. You know what I mean? Just get what you can. It's free stuff. Don't stress yourself out. Right, the Helix Rifts events. These come along. There are
Or I
sometimes, I
hadn't
think, 3-day
started.
ones and 4-day ones, or it's 5-day
I mean,
ones and 4-day ones.
just
I can't remember which way.
look there, right? I'm a level 39, max level. I've hit max level in the game. I have Lucas at, that would be a 1-star, pretty sure. Magdalia as a 2-star, I think. Machiavelli as a 1-star. Jara as a 1-star. Alviro must have been 2-star. And Louisa must have been a 2-star. So that's how low my roster was, and I'm level 39 max in the game. Now, can you imagine me? I didn't long hit 50 with this, and that is why it was so much of a struggle when you get to level 50.
Way around it is. Some of these events are worth trying for. Some of them aren't. The 4-day event ones usually aren't that.
That was back in the day where we had the
Worth it.
DPS
The
All-Star
maximum you can get
challenges
is 500,000 points,
and
then the rewards stop.
free runner. It was free
The
runner
thing
something.
with this one though is, as you can see, there's heroes highlighted below. These will give you bonus points towards your score. So, for example, if the first it has its own separate little mission, so like little story. So, for example, you do the first mission, it's going to be easy. You get 1,000 fragments for completing it, so 1,000 points for completing it. But if you had 3 heroes at 100% bonus, then you would get 1,000 for completing.
See, look, reading that, it says in this limited time event, join Isaac Pasha and Yusuf Tasmin on a secret mission. Now that's Alesky. So I don't know whether that was just a misprint, because Yusuf isn't a Helix Rift hero, but that may have just been a misprint. May have been a misprint.
In it, and an extra 3,000 off of the hero bonus. So my suggestion for you with this is to just go as far as you can go with the team that give you the bonuses. Don't constantly rank up heroes, because you want to get these events done, because you just won't be able to keep up.
That
These
is
come
true.
thick and fast, and it's a hell of a lot of codexes to get someone. When you're getting into the 20s, they're getting juicy, especially when you're trying to get them above a level 30. You know, you may think you've got a lot of codexes, but believe me, you haven't. So just do what you can. These events tend to come back around on occasions. So I think this will.
Well, this one's still coming back around, and this is 18 months later.
Repeat. I unlocked the bloke with a mask, and the one I think I fell a little.
Knowledge of the game there, here, people.
As well. So
the bloke with a mask.
Just do what you can. These do repeat, and if you're trying to keep on top of every single one of these, you're just gonna stress yourself out. Just go as far as you can. Once you think, right, that's it, can't get any further with the bonus heroes, just constantly rush the last mission you did with the heroes that give you the most bonus.
That's bad advice. If you can lockpick, always lockpick.
Free rewards in game through hitting the milestones, and then once the event's over, wherever you place, you get some more extra rewards. You'll get some nice fragments for the feature champion. And usually, depending on where you do, you can get like a decent weapon or a bit of armor and a load of the 100 XP codexes. So just do what you can.
Yeah, I don't think they've really upgraded them too much, to be fair to you.
Because I can pick it up and put it down whenever I want. I've got nobody moaning at me to do this, do that, help me with this challenge. So yeah,
there you go. I left it too long. Phone locked.
I enjoyed that game for this reason. So I hope they don't bring in events. But if you found this video helpful, if there's more you would like to know about any other subject, then please just let me know. Put it in the comments section, and I can make a video on it if need be. If not, you can contact me on Twitter. I'll happily answer any questions that you want to have.
Trying to get more social media followers.
I'll happily do that.
Still hasn't worked.
Thank you ever so much for watching. If you could drop a like, that would be much appreciated. If you haven't already, you can subscribe, and you'll see more alerts for when these videos go live. But thank you ever so much for tuning in if you've made it this far, and I hope you have a very good day. Take care.
There you go. So that was my first ever proper Assassin's Creed video. Since then, we have done, I mean, look at this. Then I started taking the game a little bit more seriously. This is another really cringy, embarrassing video. Obviously, I was still shiny hunting, did a little bit of Red Dead Redemption, fair bit of Fortnite, hit 50 subs there. So when I did this video, I didn't even, yeah, I didn't even have that many. I mean, I had 50 viewers. But then, yeah, everything started kind of just taking off with the channel. Go to playlists. There's Assassin's Creed Origins. Where's Assassin's Creed Rebellion? 171 videos deep we are now. Look at all that. Look at all them. Absolutely ridiculous. So many videos, and this was the one that we just covered. I don't know why that one's down the bottom now. It did this the other day. I don't understand why. I think it's getting really confused of when it was published. But yeah, there you go. There's the video. So I hope you did enjoy it. It was just a little bit of fun. If you've made it this far, thank you. I hope you all have a great day. Look after yourself. Good night, Assassins. And I'll see you in the next video.